Mitton University is an amazing place. I've only been there once, just went for the afternoon. It's pretty confusing though. There were so many different colleges and buildings. I was lost in its winding corridors and cavernous libraries for several days. It was a haunting experience, but I must say, very picturesque.
Announcement. Hitting the box doesn't mean what you think it means. There's a fly in here. Students are reminded to set reminders. Now taking students for robotics. Announcement. The timetable is now live. Welcome new students. We're more afraid of you than you are of us.
Harrison Wolf on 2 Point Radio. Congratulations, you found me. It's the Wolfman, Harrison Wolf, bringing you the truth from an undisclosed location here on 2 Point Radio. Let's start thinking some radical thoughts while you listen to a piece of pre-digested popular music. All right? All right.
Staff are reminded that dogs don't eat homework. spent on administrative bonuses. This is a test announcement, not a real announcement.
Let's talk about the news. The news is like tea leaves or constellations, or when you find a singular glove on a fence post in the park. You can't look at it straight on. You gotta read between the lines. So when I say people in hog sport can expect some minor flooding over the next week, what am I really saying? Think about it.
Doctor, return to the hospital. Thank you. Visitors should be checked in and then removed immediately.
I see Jumbo McNally is sticking with the hard sell on the humbly named Jumbo University. If I was looking for an education, it sure wouldn't be from that guy that sells the nuts. That information, unlike Jumbo University, was totally free. You're welcome, listeners.
Students are reminded that I'm not your mum. Students are reminded that this is the fun part. Staff are reminded to care about students.
New to the Crumley student range. Fish in a box. We at Crumley have been serving fish to 2 Point County for over 10 years. It's a proud tradition, and now it's a tradition in a box. Easy to cook. Wow! Tasty to eat. Wow! You're not sure what it is, but it's definitely in a box. Just like Mama used to make.
Plagiarism is not a belief system. Students are reminded that some grades are personal.
We're back, but I was never really gone. What do you think I do while you're all listening to music? You probably think I eat a biscuit or go for a little walk, and sure, sometimes I do that, but in a different sense. Nothing could be further from the truth. Here's some more music while I do something totally unexpected.
Frequently asked questions. No, I've not seen your frog. Students are reminded to find themselves. Students are asked not to ask questions. Frequently asked questions. No, I will not be your friend.
I've been playing some new video games recently, and man, has it been a while. The last time I played video games, you were a tiny hexagon, and you had to chase a squirrel to the top of the castle, or something like that. Anyway, I tried that new Meat Wizard game everyone's going on about, and boy, what a ride. Who knew that being a spell-casting, salami-wielding sorcerer would be so much fun? When you say it out loud, it sounds obvious.
Warning, stupid questions will make you look stupid. frequently asked questions. No, your chicken should not be pink. Congratulations! Research project complete.
Why is robotics such a popular career path for kids these days? I tell you, I'm seriously concerned that we're losing our perfectly understandable fear of the machines. I mean, don't you see what's happening? When you build a robot, you're working for the robots. We gotta make a stand. Join me in flushing my doorbell down the toilet. United we stand, together we flush.
Students are reminded to have the time of their lives. Tuition fees are expensive, and education is priceless.
we're just finishing up for today. I hope it was everything you dreamed it would be. Think about it next time you're sleeping and all the false realities drop away around you, leaving you playing chess with a sassy hat stand, finally feeling the real unfiltered truth. See you around.
Students are reminded to be in 2 places at once. Reminded to be inspirational. End of year is approaching. It's too late to start trying. University gives you a bright future and clouds it with debt. The academic year is now over. End-of-year results are now available. No unauthorized panicking. Summer break would be a convenient time for construction. Welcome, new students. We're more afraid of you than you are of us. Welcome to the start of a new year. I'll be your host. Hello. Students are reminded that you came here on purpose. students are reminded that there's no such thing as free time.
You're listening to Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio. Good day, I'm Ricky Hawthorne, and welcome to the show. On my drive-in this morning, I was speedily overtaken by a car full of whippersnappers, pipsqueaks, and good-for-somethings. I couldn't tell what they were chanting, but it certainly did look like fun. So today, only partly because I've got nothing else planned, I thought I'd pay tribute to those young people by telling you a few stories from my glory days.
Security breach. Please change your passwords. Sorry. We're sorry for the litter that you... Oh, sorry, that's mine. Skills are non-transferable.
For those of you who don't know how I spent my formative years, I was born, bred and buttered right here in 2 Point County before attending what was then called 2 Point University. I think it's still called that now, but it was then too. Right, top draw anecdotes coming up, but first, here's another toe tapper.
Frequently asked questions. Your food is cold because the oven wasn't on. The more you revise, the longer you've been revising. Unattended sandwiches will be eaten by me.
When it comes to food, sometimes simple living is happy living. Don't get me wrong, I'm incredibly lucky to eat a wide range of things nowadays, from chicken sandwiches to pastas of seemingly infinite shapes and lengths. But I'll never forget that time at university when I lived off an enormous block of cheddar. I was said to be mostly cheese by the end of term, and you know, I think they were right.
No unauthorized talking on campus. Thank you. Frequently asked questions. No, you can't have an extension. The administrator is reminded to stay hydrated.
all like a milkshake. But drinking too much milk can and will make you uncontrollably ill. Be safe and try to have very slightly less than that. This message is brought to you by the Milkmaid Corporation.
If you hear this, please drink some water. Thank you. Frequently asked questions. Yes, we are testing you. Distracted students should pretend that they're listening.
Listening to Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio. One summer, some friends and I headed north on a fisherman's pilgrimage to Tumble. I tell you, there's no freedom like it. Just a group of mates, their matching bucket hats, and a case of antique fishing flies. Pure bliss.
Education is non-refundable. Don't know where your class is it really worth going? questions. No, your chicken should not be pink.
It may come as a surprise to some of you, but the young Hawthorne was something of a prankster. Yes, once at school, the gang and I bought several thousand soft drawing pencils, and in the dead of night, swapped them with our school supply of much harder standard issue pencils. I only wish you could have seen the look on Mr. Featherbridge's face when he tried taking registration the next morning. Oh, the man was livid. Unfortunately, two of the boys were expelled for breaking and entering. Don't trespass, kids.
Education is non-refundable. This is a test announcement, not a real announcement. We've just completed a research project. Well done.
I want to stress that I don't think a young person's life is all fishing trips and A-grade hijinkery. No. I also took a great deal of substance from the many mentors and role models in my young life. I'll never forget the professor who took my Introduction to Advanced Thinking course at university. He once told me, "Ricky, I don't think you'll ever understand what I'm saying." And he was right. A very wise man, that one.
Students are reminded that you came here on purpose. University gives you a bright future and clouds it with debt. Students are reminded to have the time of their lives. Visitors should be checked in and then removed immediately.
Thanks for joining me on a lovely walk down memory lane. Before we go, I just wanted to remind you that glory days aren't just for the young amongst us. In truth, there's nowhere I'd rather be than here, with you, at 2 Point Radio. Today's show was sponsored by Bungle Kitty Litter, the litter tray that'll make your critters day.
It's almost the end of the academic year, in case you hadn't noticed. Academic year is starting soon. wanted to do? End of year results are now available. No unauthorized panicking. The academic year is over. Students must vacate the campus. The timetable is not written in stone. Still, we're not changing it. Students should check in before trying to learn. Research project complete. Aren't you clever? Students are reminded that some grades are personal. Students are reminded that there's no such thing as free time. Frequently asked questions. No, you can't have an extension.
Sir Nigel Bickleworth on 2 Point Radio. It's me, Sir Nigel Bickleworth, the voice coming out of your radio here on 2 Point Radio. Isn't it a beautiful day in this little county of ours? Not that I'd know, of course. No windows in the old recording booth. And while I have made several written requests to our management, this is actually just the way I like it.
Security breach. Please change your passwords. Sorry. Is it really worth going? Students are reminded that this is the fun part.
If it's quite all right with you, I'd like to discuss crockery. Any objections? No? Delightful. Yes, I don't know who needs to hear this. I'd imagine it's most of you, but plating is not optional. When you slop food onto a tray, you turn your food into slop. Remember, we eat with our eyes. Though I'm sure some of you will take that as an instruction to start shoveling chowder into your sockets.
Frequently asked questions. No, I will not be your friend. Students are reminded that I'm not your mum. If it's not on your CV, it didn't happen. Not to me.
It's time for Agony Answers, where I solve one of your tiny little problems with minimal effort. The following is from Forlorn in Freshly. Nigel, the other day I accidentally left my dissertation on the bus. Could you please spread the word and see if I can get it back? Thanks in advance. Well, this is what you get for riding the bus. As for your request, I'd love to help you, I really would. But if I did, how would you learn? You see my dilemma?
Staff are reminded to be inspirational. Students are asked not to ask questions. Staff are reminded that dogs don't eat homework. Tuition fees may be spent on administrative bonuses.
At Bungle, we know what young people want in a motor vehicle. Independence. Fun. Woohoo! Wheels. Beaver from Bungle. The car that puts the E in freedom.
If you hear this, please drink some water. Thank you. Plagiarism is not a belief system. We're sorry for the litter that you... Oh, sorry, that's mine.
Sir Nigel Bickleworth laughing at you, not with you, on 2 Point Radio. We can all do with an occasional chuckle. It keeps the blood fizzy and the vitals convivial. So I present to you this next piece of music that is sure to give us all a good, long laugh.
Staff are reminded to care about students. Selected students should pretend that they're listening. Tuition fees are expensive, and education is priceless.
Oh, sorry. Wasn't that terrible? I needed that. On the subject of laughing, and indeed needing, I see that many of our country's students are petitioning for additional reading materials. Frankly, I find it very funny. If you didn't already possess all of the course materials, why would you start the course? How bizarre.
Warning, stupid questions will make you look stupid. Administrator is reminded to stay hydrated. Research project complete. Aren't you clever?
Today on Sir Nigel Reviews, I was faced with the formidable task of critiquing the inventively named Chewy Gum. Yes, I am tasked with assessing the various merits and shortcomings of this interminable taffy. I like a jaunt and a jape as much as the next fellow, but I draw the line at such chewy vulgarity as this. Chewy gum. Thanks, but no thanks.
The more you revise, the longer you've been revising. Hard work may or may not pay off. There's a fly in here.
We're approaching the twilight of today's radio voyage. If you're just tuning in, then I am sorry. But like ships in the night, we pass for only the briefest of nautical moments. Perhaps we'll meet again in some distant port. Perhaps you'll get your act together and tune in earlier tomorrow. Who knows? I've been Captain Bickleworth, writing ships, dropping anchors, and running out of sailor talk on 2 Point Radio. Ahoy!
Maintenance announcement. Plants need water, remember? Announcement. Hitting the books doesn't mean what you think it means. We are approaching the end of the academic year. Try not to worry. Frequently asked questions. No, I've not seen your frog. Enjoy your summer. I know I will. The summer is a good time to relax and prepare for next year. Announcement. The timetable is now live. New students, we're more afraid of you than you are of us. End of year results are now available. No unauthorized panicking. Ask questions. Your food is cold because the oven wasn't on. Frequently asked questions. Yes, we are testing you.
This is Felicity Bellbottoms, and you're listening to Campus Radio, where we do all the work for none of the pay. We've got a great show for you, but first, here's some music.
Is technically but not socially optional.
As a student, it can be hard to find time for, well, everything. Here's Maggie with a tip for getting things done. Multitasking is great. I don't know what I'd do without it. Sometimes I'm there, writing an essay while listening to a recorded lecture and covering an event for campus radio, and it just dawns on me, if multitasking wasn't so great, this would all be a bit much. Thanks, multitasking.
No unauthorized talking on campus. Thank you. Students are reminded to set reminders. minded to be in two places at once.
And now, the story of a teaching hospital and some missing bones.
Here at the teaching hospital in Mitton, students look forward to a long and healthy life in medicine. But while they were sleeping, with visions of crutches and pharmaceutical machinery in their heads, their teaching skeletons went missing. They've tried making their own skeletons out of wire, toothpicks and toilet paper, but sadly, they're 39 bones short and don't know what they're missing. For now, their education and the future of healthcare in our county is looking boneless and a little limp. Fliss, back to you.
Unattended sandwiches will be eaten by me. Skills are non-transferable. Congratulations! Research project complete.